Stepping up to the couch, it's Brian, who led the league last season in cracked screens. But with his new athletic case, it looks like that won't be the case. Touchdown, Brian!
So Jimmy Butler just said that he wants to retire by the age of 35 years old. And he said this after a Philadelphia 76ers practice yesterday, as when he was asked how he thinks he'll be able to perform when he does turn 35 years old, he said that he doesn't plan on playing this game when he's 35 years old, and added that he'll be done with this game before he is 35 years old. Now, this is actually very interesting news because to me, I still see Jimmy Butler as one of the younger stars in the NBA for some reason, probably just because I've been watching basketball for so long. Anyways, since I see Jimmy Butler as one of the younger stars in the NBA and hearing him talk about how he's only gonna play till he's 35 years old, at first I didn't realize how soon that really was. As it turns out that Jimmy Butler is already 29, about to turn 30 years old, meaning that he plans on being in the NBA for no more than the next 5 seasons. And I found that to be extremely interesting because Jimmy Butler is about to be a free agent this upcoming season. The Philadelphia 76ers this summer will be able to offer Jimmy Butler a 5-year, $190 million max contract this upcoming summer. And what that means is that this could very well be the last contract of Jimmy Butler's professional NBA career, meaning that it is very likely that Jimmy Butler retires with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, another team this summer could come along that gives Jimmy Butler a more surefire way to win a championship. Maybe the Los Angeles Lakers do approach him and he has a change of heart where he does want to play alongside LeBron James. He's seen Lonzo Ball progressing this summer and he's like, if I go to LA, I'm definitely winning a championship within the next 5 years. Who knows what teams could be reaching out to Jimmy Butler, but I'm just saying, if the Philadelphia 76ers are able to offer Jimmy Butler that extra money, that will help too, because like I said, this could very well be the last contract of his career. And because of that, after this contract, Jimmy Butler will no longer be getting a paycheck from the NBA. So when you want your last paycheck, your final paycheck, to be your biggest paycheck, to be able to make the most amount of money possible off that paycheck. I know I would, and I know Jimmy Butler and all these other NBA players are thinking the same thing. However, I do want to say that I just find it so strange that today's NBA players are all talking about retiring around the age of 35 years old. Kevin Durant has been saying this for about the past year. He said it on multiple occasions that he plans on retiring by the age of 35, meaning that this summer he could very well also sign his final contract. And not only those two, but Kyrie Irving a few weeks ago or a few months ago, earlier on back in 2018, he said that he doesn't want to be playing this game past his early to mid 30s, meaning that Kyrie Irving also has his eyes set on that 35-year range. And like I said, that's very strange to me because when I was growing up, when I was younger, I was so used to seeing all of the legends playing well into their late 30s, sometimes even 40s. Of course, I'm talking about guys like Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Kobe Bryant, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, all of those guys staying up until they physically just probably couldn't play much longer. They're like, you know what, my body's too tired for this, I gotta go. So that's what I'm used to, but nowadays it seems like it's about to be the trend for players to be retiring no more than their mid-30s. They don't want to be the guy that hangs around past their prime. That's what it really seems like, because once their prime is done, they might not see the point of being in the NBA anymore, and that's because these players are already getting paid so much money that they don't need to stick around for the money. Now, they good on the money, they're getting paid much more, and not to mention that they also have a lot of other opportunities to make money in avenues down the road. They don't need to stay for the money anymore. They've already been playing for the entire lives. These guys, we might only see them in the NBA for 10, 15, 20 years, but they've been playing their entire lives. So by 35, it might be time for them to switch it up. And not only that, but they're also able to compete for championships a lot easier. It's a lot easier for star players to win championships in today's NBA as opposed to yesteryear's NBA, and that's because players in today's NBA have the ability to switch teams much more easily. Star players can come out, ask for a trade, and it's done within the next couple of weeks. They can leave in free agency and no one really bats an eye, unless it's like someone like Kevin Durant, LeBron James leaving for a team that's already completely stacked. And if star players like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are able to win championships a lot more easily, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant both have a championship under their belt right now, then they also don't need to stick around to increase their legacy. Everyone knows they're already great. Kyrie Irving's already going to go down as one of the best point guards, one of the best ball handlers in the NBA. He's a champion, multiple-time All-Star, won an Olympic gold medal. What else does Kyrie Irving need to prove in his basketball career? Same thing can be said for Kevin Durant. Jimmy Butler's working on it right now. He's trying to be on a team. That's why he wants to sign with a team this upcoming summer that can win him a championship before he retires, and retire with the same team that he won a championship with. That's what's going through Jimmy Butler's mind. And this is just going to start to become more and more common, where we no longer see guys like Dirk Nowitzki and Vince Carter sticking around in their 40s. It's very unlikely that we're going to see players sticking with one franchise their entire career, playing there 20 years and then retiring. All of this stuff is probably about to come to an end in the NBA, and 35 will become the new 40, where if you stick around until 35 years old, then you spend a heck of a lot of time in the NBA. You're like one of the oldest players in the league. And some guys might even start retiring by the time they're 33, 34, heck, even 32. That year after their prime ends, they're like, you know what, those were my best years. I won a championship, got paid, I'm done. I just think that's the future of the NBA.